So today we're not at the field, we're at my house. So this is my 30cc Valiant that I've been building. I was going to do a build video on it, but there are so many build videos on this plane. So I'll just do a couple updates. So I got the tail all together. Control horns are on, linkages are in, pull cables are run, nothing's tightened or adjusted yet. Tail wheels on. I still have to do the wires for the tail because it is a single cylinder and there is a bit of flex in it, so I'm going to put tail wires on. It's an option in the manual if you're using this plane for glider tow stuff to put tail wires on so the cable doesn't get wrapped up in your tail. Running an 1810 prop on it. Got a bunch of goodies there, fuel line and controls, this and that. Running all the savox high voltage Metal Gear servos. That's one per elevator half and then one for the pull. None of these servos have been plugged in or centered yet, so none of the control horns have been nipped. Everything's still, in case I have to move the control to a different horn for the spline placement, I can do that still, but roughly that's how it looks. They're installed, they're put in. I have the landing gear on it. I have some 4-inch Dubro tires. They are just tires off my old Beaver. They're pretty beat up. I have some 6.5-inch Tundra tires that's going on it to make it more of a Tundra looking, because the full suspension that you could buy for this plane, the adjustable one, is discontinued now, so you have to use the factory aluminum one. Running an NGH 35R on it, which just means it's rear exhaust. One thing I don't like about this muffler is everything's come loose. I just took this off the test stand and bolted it on for cowl clearance and distance. But all the screws rattled out of the muffler. That one's still there, but both of the bottom ones are gone. So we're gonna, and you have to take this muffler apart to tighten it up to the engine, which is a bit of a pain. So I'm going to have to find some new screws, put some Moto Seal on it, get it all tightened up, Loctited, and then Loctite all the screws holding the two muffler halves together so that doesn't happen. Ignition goes straight, sits underneath. Like I said, this is a 35cc single cylinder. The plane recommends a 33cc Evolution, but online you can see anybody putting a 33 to a 40 twin on it. A 40 twin would be beautiful because it would be nice and smooth, but this engine doesn't seem to rattle much when I had it on the bench, but I'm trying to get it out to fly. I really want to fly it now. I've had the plane for about 6 months. I just started putting it together last week. And there's the wing for it. I'm going to do all the hinging in the wing tonight and get all the servos in it. And then tomorrow I'll do the other wing and then the wings will be done. And then I can move on to the fun stuff. Fuel tank will be in. I'm putting a 24-ounce Kuza tank. Fuel tank will be in. I run FR Sky transmitter and receiver. So this gets an FR Sky R10 channel with the dual 4,000 milliamp LiPos and then a 3500 to supply the engine with power for the ignition. So quite a bit overpowered, but there's a lot of room in the plane for the batteries and I like to have power. Nothing worse than brownouts or voltage losses, especially when you're at the club and you're flying endlessly. So there it is, a big 30cc Valiant, 108-inch wingspan, 35cc gas. And I'll give you another video once the wings are on. We can actually see this thing